Hey everybody, and welcome back to Tales of Berseria. Last time we entered the Tower of Laphicet, which kind of ends up becoming Logrin in the future, because conspicuous by its absence is the massive dirty great monolith here that was like crafted by the ancients. But anyway, that's a totally different story. So we encountered Melchior, who is a legate of the Abbey. He's also like an illusionist. He like made illusions of first Van Eyfried and then Edna to try and trap us. We deliberately sprung a trap, but he also like did something with Zaveid's Siegfried.
Sure got some speedy legs for an old fart.
I'm glad to see you're okay, Zaveid.
It's not me that I'm worried about.
Melchior was highly interested in your weapon. And yet he didn't steal it. Surely a legate like him could snatch it if he wanted to.
Why bother stealing it, when you can just copy its hidden formula?
Oh.
Some arts can decipher the workings of other arts in a split second. And guess what Melchior's specialty is?
As he left, he said, "My work here is done."
The Abbey must have some use for that unknown art. Who knows what? After all, they brought it here from another continent.
And we'll find out what they're after and crush it to dust.
Let me ask you just one question. Why do you have Siegfried?
I'm counting on you, he said. Back when I served the Exorcists, they sent me on a mission to capture Eyfried.
Zaveid, you were once their slave?
Yeah. My mind was under the influence of Inominat's domain. But when Eyfried aimed this baby at me, one shot was all it took to open my eyes. The fight we had after that was one for the books. He might have been a human, but that guy was a beast. Put a song in my soul. But then Melchior had to jump in and spirit Eyfried away with one of his damned illusions. That old bastard! Playing tricks with people's minds.
But why'd he grab Eyfried and not Siegfried when he had the chance?
He probably didn't know at the time that this guy was the real prize he was after. But Eyfried knew. Right before he was taken, he distracted Melchior long enough to hand Siegfried over to me. Well, that's all I know. Whether you believe me or not is up to you.
Got it. We're done here.
Huh? That was easy.
Eyfried only says I'm counting on you to people he trusts.
Is that so?
So, what are you gonna do now?
Gonna keep looking for Eyfried. Still gotta give this back and settle our score.
I doubt you have much time left to get that done.
I'd hazard a guess that until now, Melchior was unaware what Siegfried could really do. In other words, he and the Exorcists weren't able to interrogate anything out of their captive.
And now that Eyfried's no longer needed, I see no reason for them to keep him alive.
You think I don't know that?
If you really want to save Eyfried, you probably ought to team up with us.
Nope. No can do.
Why not?
You lot will do anything to achieve your goals. Even kill. Sorry, I'm a fighter, not a killer. I won't steal a single life. That's just my creed.
And I've got no intention of changing our pirate creed either.
Eisen and Zaveid have their own creeds. They both have such strong principles, even though they're so different.
Just like humans.
No.
Well, that was sure something. Melchior and his illusions are cheats.
There's no cheating in combat.
What I meant is that they were awfully dirty tricks for an upstanding exorcist.
And the illusions seemed so real. Had that gone on any longer, I wouldn't have been able to tell what was real and what was fake.
If it can't be distinguished from reality, perhaps one could live a happier life within the illusion.
That sort of happiness can rot.
You think so?
But by using illusions, you can defeat an opponent without causing them any physical harm.
Oh, how humane. Wow, the Abbey is so great.
Lord Melchior is an exemplary man who has served Lord Artorias since before the Abbey's founding. He's done everything from logistical planning to defense strategy and even political negotiations. He shows the utmost concern, even for his opponents, so
He turned a friendly Moloch into a dragon.
that was...
Physical wounds can heal. Emotional wounds never fully fade.
yeah, but...
Don't lose heart, Eleanor. Foul play is foul play, but you're talking to a demon and a witch. Who can judge?
I appreciate that you're trying to console me, but as an exorcist, I cannot accept this.
I love when a group, like, gives advice. Okay, well, that was really fucked up, to put it simply. If I've just got to go straight back to the funhouse, yeah, then I can't do that, okay. Oh, this guy. I thought that was a plant.
I thought I smelled someone pondering. What's on your mind, Laphicet?
I know Siegfried comes from another continent and all, but do you know anything else about it, Rokuro?
Nope, can't say I do. All I care about are swords. That contraption doesn't interest me much.
I suppose that makes sense. But it looked real powerful.
Just guessing based on how we saw Zaveid use it, I'd say it amplifies his power somehow.
An amplifier. It's true that he seemed to get stronger when he fired it at himself.
Yeah, and it gave that dying legendary wyvern enough strength to escape.
But wasn't it also what he used to dispel Melchior's illusions back there?
That was also amplification. The Malachim are the source of his arts. The relic pushed them past their limits and... kablooey.
Suffice it to say, it can be used both offensively and defensively. It must be very hard to master.
More important is what the Abbey plans to do with it. Not that I really care.
So, the legendary wyvern that escaped, that's the one in Tales of Cisteria, isn't it? That's actually quite cute. Damn, that Seraph has been alive for a long time.
Laphicet? May I ask you something?
What is it?
The girl with the umbrella from Lord Melchior's illusion. What is her connection to Eisen? I don't think he'd answer if I asked him myself.
I don't know. I was wondering about her as well. She was pretty, wasn't she?
Oh, so you like a girl who's cute, but with a bit of sophistication.
Really? I thought his type was more like
Shh.
What's going on?
We were discussing a delicate topic. Laphicet's first crush, if you must know.
Oh,
No, we weren't. We were just talking about the umbrella girl from the illusion.
the Umbrella Girl. That illusion made Eisen hesitate. She must be really important to him.
Indeed. It must be a deep, naughty relationship.
Come on now.
Like a wife he wants to leave, but he can never let go. Or a lover from whom he can't move on.
No, that's too wild, and she's too young.
Yeah, it's not that. What's more likely for a self-serving pirate is a daughter from a woman who only knows him by a fake name. Perhaps one whom he cast aside, or who cast him aside.
And maybe she was somebody he couldn't marry for some reason. But when she died, he raised her daughter for her.
He had been friends with her since they were children. But they only realized their true feelings after they had been married to someone else.
Is this their idea of romance? In any case, beware of girls, Laphicet.
Right.
How did Eisen not pop up during that conversation? Just be like, guys, the hell? It bothers me that I couldn't get that cat's chest. Well, no, I'll definitely forget about it. I'll try to remember it. We'll see. See how that goes. Oh no, that's going to catch me, isn't it? Oh no. Ooh. Ooh. What else bothers me is that I don't know where the hell this other chest is. That's another thing I'll find later. I've got to come back this way for the cat's chest anyway, so... Oh, I can walk to Reneg now. That's useful. Okay, there's people everywhere. What are you saying?
Now what are we gonna do? What's wrong?
This dog came up with a book in its mouth. Here, take a look.
Who's your good boy?
It looks pretty old. I've never seen this kind of writing before.
It's not ancient Avarost, that's for sure. Part of it looks like a chronology, so maybe it's a history book?
If I were to guess, I'd say they're Meliodosian characters, which would peg it at about 2,000 years old. It's more recent than Avarost, but the writing has fallen completely out of use.
All kinds of notes are written throughout the book, too. Someone must have been studying it. If it's research material, that might make it Videl's book. Videl? Who's that? He's a weird kid who's way into studying history. He lives at the inn.
Could you maybe deliver the book to him for us? We were told not to get too close to him, so...
Yeah, sure. I guess.
Fair enough. Let's talk to this chap. Cool beans. That should have been all of them. I'm sure someone said that there was only 10, and that's 10. So... we'll see.
My book! My book! Where could I have left it?
Are you Videl? Is this yours?
My book! Oh, that book is super important to me. Thank you.
I'm Laphicet. I hope you don't mind that we flipped through some of it. Can you actually read Meliodosian script?
You recognize Meliodosian writing? That's unusual in this day and age.
Oh, it's not that big of a deal, really.
When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer who travels the world and explores lots of ruins. So to make sure I'm ready for anything, I've been studying ancient history, starting with the Era of Darkness.
The Era of Darkness? You're referring to the Dark Period, right?
Right. Almost no written records from the age have survived. But if you compare the history before and after, you can tell something major must have happened.
Wow, that's fascinating.
I know!
Look at those two, all worked up over an old book.
My little brother was just like that too. Laphie and our brother used to.
We've received reports of suspicious persons in the area. Have you seen anything?
Not good. They're onto us.
Quickly, hide in my house.
You mean the inn?
Videl, have you seen anyone suspicious recently?
Sorry,
No,
sir.
sir.
I've been absorbed in my book.
That's all right, thanks. Look, I know it must be tough living alone with your mom. Just remember, your father's a praetor. He's out there fighting to protect us all. Keep your chin up for his sake at least, all right?
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Awkward.
Thanks for your help, Videl.
Videl, your father is an exorcist?
Yeah, he is. But don't worry, I won't say anything about you and your friends. I'm your friend too.
Really?
And to prove it, I'll let everyone in on a big secret. This book tells you how to make an Omega Elixir, an incredibly ancient and powerful medicine. If I'm reading it right, you need 5 ingredients in order to create the elixir. I've only translated one of them so far, but I'll tell you what it is.
That's really nice of you, Videl. But I don't have any way to repay you for
What was it?
Oh, please, think nothing of it. I'd just like it if you came and talked with me again sometime.
Of course. What are friends for?
For getting elixir recipes from.
The Omega Elixir. That's an ancient medicine said to be able to cure any disease. But it was my understanding that no samples or recipes survived the Era of Darkness.
Meliodosian script was used prior to the Era of Darkness, so I guess it's possible that Videl's recipe might be legit.
He's just a kid. I don't know how much we can trust his translation.
You saw his notes. I doubt many adults could even get anything out of that book. He might be onto something.
Kids are more capable than we give them credit for, especially where their interests lie.
I think we can trust Videl.
Laphicet used to read books intently like that, too.
Furthermore, couldn't a hypothetical Omega Elixir be quite useful to you, Velvet?
Laphicet, you look like you really want to track down those ingredients.
Yeah, I do.
Personally, I don't really care. But if you want to look for them, I won't stop you.
Okay.
How would it be useful to Velvet? Alright, so what is that? Instructions to gather a mineral called Longdale's Dust. Records show it was once excavated in the Vesta tunnels. Well, I mean, I guess because you need 5 ingredients anyway, it doesn't really matter at this point. But that is interesting, at least. Let's check the expedition quickly. Hey!
I knew this would be big.
Ooh.
What a treasure!
Painting salvaged from a wreck drifting across the Azra Sea. The landscape depicts a tale of rebirth and a castle in the sky, a pair symbolic of unity between heaven and earth. Skill slot expansion. Interesting.
Scout ship setting sail.
Alright. Oh.
The map's getting filled in little by little.
There's still a long way to go. It's a big world out there.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot can happen on the waves. The far seas are unexplored territory for a reason.
I'd imagine so. The seasons and the weather can change the sea completely.
Oh. Do I sense a budding interest in the sea?
Think you're feeling less apathetic about it now?
I wouldn't say that. I was just reminded of something someone once said to me.
Oh. Alright. I think that will do for... That'll do. Yeah. That'll do. So... Pretty much, like, we found out a lot more about Zaveid. A lot more about Zaveid and Aphrid and Siegfried. Next time on Tales of Berseria, we will return to the Van Altia and continue on, hopefully, to meet Grimoire. See you guys then.